Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Zucker, roll call.
Mrs. Denning.
Here.
Mrs. Ellis.
Here.
Dr. Huber.
Here.
Mrs. Jones.
Here.
Mr. Mancinelli. Here. Mr. Seesack.
Here.
Mr. Twisler.
Here.
Mr. Arnold.
Here. 2.01 is approval of minutes. Motion is to approve the minutes from November 20th, December 4th, and the reorganization of December.
So moved. Second.
Questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. 2.02 is the invoice listing. Motion to approve the invoice listing from December 2023 through January 2023.
So moved. Second.
Questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. 2.03 is the treasurer's report.
As of November 30th, 2023, Penn-Delco's balance was $57,372,481. During December 2023, local, state, and federal revenues totaled $4,564,743. Disbursements were issued in the amount of $8,754,642. And as of December 31st, 2023, Penn-Delco's current balance is $53,182,582. It is the motion to approve the treasurer's report for December 2023.
So moved. Second.
Questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. 2.04 is budget transfer report. Motion to approve the budget transfer report for November and December of 2023 and January of 2024.
So moved. Second.
Questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Number 3, student representative report.
Hello everyone, long time no see. Glad to be here today with Liv and hope everyone has been well. And without further ado, let's begin. The students of Sun Valley have been hard at work the past couple weeks preparing for midterms. Midterms have been going on each day this week, with tomorrow being the last day of testing. On the positive side, while studying for hours and taking these massive tests is stressful, leaving school each day at 10:30 has been nice. The Sun Valley Choir is having their annual Decade Show on Thursday, February 1st. The Decade Show is hosted by the choir each year, and it is a place where members of the choir celebrate song and dance from the decades dating back to the 60s to today. Each class in the Sun Valley Choir is assigned a decade, and students make mashups of different songs in that decade, and then choreograph a class dance to that mashup. On top of that, many other students audition to have solo performances in the show. It is going to be a great night, and the choir is excited to show everyone what they have been working on. Also with Sun Valley Choir, a total of 10 students will be traveling to Owen J. Roberts High School on Friday to partake in the PMEA District 12 Choir Festival. Sun Valley students in the choir auditioned earlier this year to be part of the festival, and many students this year had the honor of attending the event. Students that were chosen learn 8 pieces of music and attend a 2-day festival where they work on all the music they learned and perform a concert Saturday night. At the concert, the students will audition once more to try and get into the PMEA Region 12 Choral Festival. And finally, the second quarter for students ends this Friday, January 26th.
Last Wednesday, our new Math Honor Society inductees were officially inducted. Ms. Caputo and Mr. Mellon, the sponsors of the group, led the induction, and it went off without a hitch. Unfortunately, the National Honor Society Winter Formal Dance, originally scheduled for last Friday, was postponed to February 15th due to the snow day. I can't tell if we're happy or sad about that. Tickets will be going back on sale to hopefully allow for those not originally able to attend to get a chance to go. Yesterday, after midterms, NHS members helped to administer tours to the upcoming Sun Valley students in 8th grade. These tours will help allow our 8th graders to get a chance to get to know their way around the school before their actual first day. This also allows for students to get a chance to learn more about their course selections for their freshman year. Should be exciting to see them all. Finally, a few sports updates from the past couple of weeks. Tonight, the Sun Valley wrestling team is heading into their district duels and is now lining up for their 5th Chestnut Championship in a row. The Sun Valley swim team had a few pool records from Caradamico, as well as a few swimmers and divers qualifying for districts. Sun Valley's boys basketball just had a recent 62-60 win against Ridley, and Sun Valley's girls basketball had a 47-42 win over Oxford yesterday. Thank you.
Question for Seamus.
So Seamus, right here, because I know you might be heading out. Our school board last week was hearing about the expansion of potential more AP classes at Sun Valley High School. How challenging is AP to a high school student? I know you're in a few of them. I mean, what's the general feedback about the AP experience for a student who's in high school?
Well, I mean, I think a lot with AP courses, it's kind of you know what you're getting yourself into. I think if you're going to take the AP course, you're ready to take on the course load that comes with it. And with different AP courses, there's different levels of like rigor. I think some APs are definitely harder than others, but I think no matter what or who you are, if you put the effort in, you can succeed in any AP class.
One of the classes that we haven't taken to the board, but we're investigating, is AP Music Theory. Would you have signed up for that as a singer yourself, or probably not?
I probably would have signed up for that, yeah.
Probably would. Olivia? No. I appreciate your honesty. So we have, obviously we're offering a number of them, and you guys are taking advantage of them, but we wanted to expand that. And so last Wednesday, the school board had the opportunity to hear about 3 potential new AP classes. You feel like we offer too many?
No. I think that there's always room for like, no matter how many courses we add, that just gives students more room to pick what they want to do.
Yeah, so that, yeah. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Great report. You guys always think what's on it.
Appreciate your,
Have a nice day.
no DCIU reports tonight? Superintendent's report, Dr. Stone.
I want to begin tonight, first of all, by recognizing the school board members. I think you recognize some of the pictures up on the screen. Welcome to our new school board member, Dr. Melissa Zieber. And I know tonight we also have Mr. Tinsley's resignation will be on the motion for tonight. But the important piece is to try to take a moment each year, and that happens to be in the month of January, where superintendents and community thank the school board for your volunteer efforts. I'm always surprised by emails that I'll get from some parents who seem to think that you're in a paid position, and you are not in a paid position. You guys put an incredible amount of hours in. There are a lot of extra committee times, other meetings that you attend that folks aren't aware of. So on behalf of the school district, we just want to say thank you for representing the community and always thinking about the best interests of our staff and students, not just your own kids, not just your own personal interests, but really what's best for the residents of Brookhaven, Parkside, and Aston. So we greatly appreciate that. Behind me, I'm happy to mention to you, we have a large group here tonight from Northley Middle School. So as you know, different schools are represented in different months. But I should let the board know, the Northley staff have been phenomenal this year. Every so often you're going to have one of these years where staffing is a challenge. And folks go out on leaves of absences that were unexpected, that were unavoidable. What I saw them do in stepping up with some of our vacancies and absences and helping new LTS teachers was really incredible. And there's been a great vibe at Northley this year. So it's really, you feel it when you're in there. Very positive atmosphere. But I don't want to dismiss the amount of extra effort that a lot of teachers there really had to put in to make sure the kids didn't fall behind. So you have a great team there at our middle school. Speaking of a good school, last Wednesday, as most of the board know, we had our committee of the whole meeting at Coburn. I was very, very impressed with the presentation that this board had put together. I even learned some things myself that night. Wow, didn't know that. So I'm pleased that the board asked to take the show on the road every so often and go and learn more about the schools I'm happy that a number of you had a chance to see the beautiful facility that we have there. One of the things I'm going to mention for the benefit of the board meeting itself tonight was just the points that Ms. Ford made, which is clearly we're in the academic business. There's no question about that. And she had talked about the STEM team there getting first place. She talked about academic achievement. But she went out of her way to talk about the other things that are the kind of the value added, I think, in our school district. And she mentioned the fact that they focus on character development, environmental stewardship, and community engagement, which is at a really remarkably exemplary level with Brookhaven. They're committed to fostering an educational experience around those three primary pillars on top of academics, of course. The character development, she spent a good deal of time talking about how they're a National Distinguished School of Character and a Pennsylvania School of Character, and the things that they do to develop wise, bright, young children of character from the time they walk through that door. They focus on that goal of being respectful, responsible, and ready, and that goes all the way up through our K-12 program. The environmental stewardship piece is really neat. The kids have really bought into the children's garden that they have over there, and it's not just a garden that's maybe out there only for a month or two, but it's used for multiple reasons and has continued to live on with the theme of the Green Ribbon School that they received there several years ago. And she also mentioned, of course, the community engagement, showed the pictures of all the activities that they have there. We think that's all about getting kids ready for life. When they're going over to the community center, when the police officers and fire department are in participating in the school functions and dancing with students and getting them excited and talking about different careers, that's all part of that community engagement that we really think is pretty exceptional. I want to bring to the board's attention, we had a wonderful group, staff members from Aston Elementary. Many of them were here last spring talking to the board about their best practices in school-wide MTSS. Dr. Kamika, I thought it was such a great presentation that they should take it to the SAS conference, which is a conference held for folks from around the state, sponsored by PDE. Already heard from folks who were in attendance there, who had reached out to me by email to say what a fantastic job they did, and we're hoping to learn more, and they're hoping that they'll come back next year and actually do an MTSS 2.0 presentation. But we have a great team there, and we're really pleased that they took the time to do that. Along the themes of thank you, it's important for me to thank our facilities crew this year. Last week, when we had the difficult weather, there were some districts that could not open, even after the day and a half of time that they needed. What's the situation we had here? Our group did a phenomenal job, and the schools, I thought, were in great condition for us to be open on time after that break. As I mentioned earlier, we just talked to Seamus. We do have 3 proposed new advanced placement courses on the agenda tonight, and this is all part of our continued effort to increase rigor at the high school. We want more students to be involved in college-level instruction, even if they don't take the exam. Just participating in college-level instruction helps get them ready for college, career, and life. Along the concepts of well-being and belonging, which is one of our 3 pillars in our comprehensive plan, we're continuing to hit that hard this year. So we're bringing elementary guidance back to elementary schools. This trimester, we will have 2 new elementary guidance teachers added to our team. They'll be offering lessons, offering support, and this is particularly responsive to the parental feedback that we received on the comprehensive survey, which is, please give my children more training on life skills, on self-management, on self-regulation, on time management. Help them learn the things that they need to be successful in life, in addition to academics. And we're really pleased to bring elementary guidance back, and I want to thank the board for supporting those 2 new positions. Speaking of them, coming up in just a few weeks, National School Counseling Week. What a great team we have here. Really excited with the work that they're doing. In fact, today, they all came together to work on the PDE K-12 guidance plan. It used to be a 339 plan. It is a bear of a task, and I was really pleased to see Regina McClure bring them all together and get the feedback that we need, that we'll be bringing to the board our comprehensive K-12 guidance and career planning program plan. It'll be brought to the board within a month. It'll be available for public inspection for a month, and then we'll submit it up to PDE. Tonight, I'm presenting to the board a proposed instructional calendar for next year. Really, there were years where we did that in March and April, and I thought that was just too late for our parents, and so I'm glad that we could get this out sooner rather than later. The calendar right now includes 191 total teacher days, 182 student days, just like we had this year. I do anticipate there could be some tweaks to this between now and September, based on the flexibility the school districts have been given with regard to the number of student days that they must schedule. But we are going to continue to bring kids back after Labor Day, which is an important part of the tradition in this district. And we try to finish up on the 13th without having to bring students back a following week as well when they get into June. So really pleased that we have this calendar. It's going to be very, very similar to what we had in place this year. The winter break will be particularly long next year, just on the basis of how the days fell. And we also do have June 19th as a paid holiday in there, and we'll also be addressing the 4th of July where that falls as well. Mr. Zebley is working hard at getting out of the gate on our budget development. We do not intend to exceed Penn-Delco's Act 1 index. Remember, our adjusted index was 6.6%. We've never had an index that high. We're sensitive to the impact on our taxpayers and those on regular income, particularly a lot of our seniors. So we are very sensitive in managing that, but also making sure that we don't shortchange our district. Because we had a lot of years, particularly in the late 90s, early 2000s, when there were 0% tax increases, and we're really still penalized by that even to this day. So we'll bring forward a responsible recommendation. We will build a budget that could potentially be lower than the state Act 1 index, which is at 5.3%. Remember, that's the highest it's been, as far as we can recall, in a very, very long time. And as we look ahead, it looks like that's going to start to tear down to about 4.5, 4.1, 3.8% is our projections in the next couple of years. So we're in this mix of a high water mark in terms of the Act 1 index, kind of very similar to Social Security, got a very big increase. So a lot of cost of living adjustments for this particular year that we think are going to go away. We're really having to struggle with the surge in special education costs that we're hoping to have some help from Harrisburg. All 500 districts are hoping to have some help from Harrisburg because special education in a lot of ways is not special anymore because it's becoming costly and it's getting away from its core work of helping students. We started our negotiations with the Penn-Delco Educational Association and also the Penn-Delco Educational Support Professional Association. And I want to thank Dr. Persculo and Mr. Zebley, who lead that up and represent the school board in the negotiations. But they have started formally, and of course our hope is to have that done ahead of the July 1 date. Universal breakfast has been a huge success, smooth sailing at the elementary schools. We are expanding that to the middle school on January 29th. All middle school students are welcome to participate because, again, it is a universally free breakfast program. Breakfast, very tight windows. It's not an opportunity. Middle school kids, they love to socialize. This is not going to be a socialization period. This is a chance to come in and get a meal if you have to have a meal, just for their well-being for the day. So we've used 2 snow days, which means we're down 180 days, right? So the next emergency closing will trigger a flexible learning day. We'll get this information out to parents. I want the board to be aware that what we're doing is looking ahead at the weather. And at the elementary level, if we think there's a chance that a storm could come in and could close the school, then we will send the Chromebooks home with our students. I'm really proud of what we do in this district on flexible learning days. It's not one of these days where just go on and just go read a little bit or just go do a packet or a worksheet. Like our teachers teach. And I spoke with a couple other superintendents in this county, and we're like, we have to advocate for our profession. We can't let these days just become like learn on your own days. And our teachers put a lot of effort into it. So they're legitimate days. They're not just like blow-off days. But we're also sensitive to the fact that when a kid's in their house looking out the window and they want to go sledding, they want to go sledding. So they're truncated schedules that we think are developmentally appropriate. but it's still a day of learning. Really happy to mention this outstanding athletic achievement at Sun Valley. Congratulations to Jenna Jones. I would like to recommend to the school board that we honor her at next month's meeting, just like we have other Delco Players of the Year. Mrs. Jones, you think she might be available in February? Maybe. Okay. But, you know, number one volleyball player in Delaware County, and we're just really thrilled to see that achievement recognized. People talk about athletics at Sun Valley, and oh, I'm not sure. I don't know where that comes from, because here you see even more, right? Noah Griffin, fantastic. First team all Delco on our football player. And we heard tonight about the wrestling team particularly doing well, and they're off to a great start tonight. Aside from athletics, what about the arts? District band, right? We had Caitlin, Cheyenne, and Evelyn were selected to be in the District 12 Band Festival, and then also moved on to the Regional Band Festival, and then we'll be participating in District 12 Orchestra Festival. District Chorus coming up this weekend, right? We just heard from Seamus. 10 Sun Valley chorus members were selected for the District 12 Chorus Festival. And if you had the ability to listen to their holiday concert, you know, you can understand why. Just a really top-notch musical program up at the high school. Again, we talked about athletics, we talked about academics, activities, and again, since speaking with the arts, just a reminder, we've got James and the Giant Peach. Today was the show this afternoon, and then we also have the Decade Show coming up on February 1st. That concludes my report for this month. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Stein. Now, for the public, tonight the board met in executive session to discuss personnel and litigation. Any other comments by members of the board?
Congratulations to Jenna and the rest of the, everybody else is doing some great in the district.
Yeah. Any comments by members of the public? All right, please no. We have items for board action, start on page 2, carry to page 3, 4, 5, 6, and then on page 7, references to Penn-Delco budget 2023 through 2024, Act 93 plans, PDEA agreement, PDESPA agreement, PDSSPA agreement, PA School Code section 11083. Is the administrative recommendation to approve all personnel as presented. Do I have a solution?
So moved.
Second.
Questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. We will start out with, I'd like to take a vote to table 10.07. We'll take a vote on that, correct?
Yes, and the motion would be, you're putting that to next month, correct?
Next month, just so we have a new board member joining this.
So the motion would be to postpone item 10.07 to next month's regular business meeting, would be the
Correct.
technical motion.
And we will have that.
So yes, there should be a motion and then a vote to place it on to next month's meeting.
Okay. So, can I make that motion?
Yes.
So I make that motion. Do I have a second?
Okay, been made and seconded?
Questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
So item 10.07 will be on
Will be added to
February's
next month.
February's business meeting agenda.
So with that, we will, it's still a little different, no more consent. We haven't done that, what, 4 or 5 years? There's a few things on here we have to go through. So Mr. Seesaw, would you like to start us off with 10.03?
Sure. 10.03, donations. Motion is to accept a donation from Marietta and Main Architects in the amount of $500. Do I have this motion?
Second.
Questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. 10.04, Ms. Ellis.
Grass cutting agreement. Motion is to renew the grass cutting agreement to JMC Property Maintenance LLC of Chester Heights, PA, the lowest possible kind, quality, and services being equal for an amount not to exceed $1,503 per cut in accordance with all specifications. The motion is to accept the grass cutting agreement.
Do I have this motion?
Second.
Questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. 10.05, I'll go ahead and read. Board member resignation, motion to accept the resignation of board member Kevin Tinsley, effective January 1st of 2024. Just if I could make one mention of that. Kevin was the longest tenured board member that sat on this board. He didn't leave, I don't want to say unwillingly, but he did get a township commissioner's job in Aston, and you cannot hold two positions. So that left him with having to leave us alone. So Kevin will be back next month, and we'll have a little going away party. So with that, do I have this motion?
So moved.
Second.
Questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. And I'll go on with 10.06, board member appointment. Motion is to fill the vacancy of the term former school director, Mr. Kevin Tinsley, by appointing Brent Hefton as the school director according to school code section 315, effective January 24th, 2024. Do I have this motion?
Second.
Any questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. 10.08, Ms. Denton.
Sure. Overnight field trip to the Sun Valley basketball team. The motion is for the Sun Valley High School administration requesting permission for the Sun Valley High School boys basketball team to travel to Kissimmee, Florida for a KSA tournament. The group will travel December 26, 2024 and return December 31st, 2024. Do I have this motion?
Second. Questions or comments? All those in favor? Opposed? Motion passes. 10.09, was
I have the exciting one. So the motion to approve the disposal of the following items, which are no longer needed, is presented below. 3 older desks at Sun Valley, 1 4-drawer file cabinet at Sun Valley, and 5-drawer file cabinet at Sun Valley. They are available on Facebook Marketplace as well. Kidding. Do I have this motion to dispose of these items?
So moved.
Second.
Questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. 10.10, Ms. Jones.
10.10, school psychologist intern stipend. Motion is to approve the pass-through stipend payments of $25,000 each to Janelle Pierce and Carleen Rutherford for participation in the PA Mental Health Education Learning Program in schools. Payment is subject to district's receipt of funds from PHEAA and completion of the eligibility requirements for participation in the PA Helps program. Do I have this motion?
So moved.
Questions or comments? All those in favor? Opposed? Motion passes. 10.11, Ms. Ingrid.
10.11, appointment of local auditor. The motion is to appoint the firm Maley LLP of Oaks, PA to perform the annual financial audit and the single audit for the 2023-2024 and 2024-2025 and 2025-2026 school years as presented. Do I have this motion?
So moved.
Questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Mr. Mancinelli, 10.12.
Motion to approve the agreement with the Waterfall and Claymont, Delaware for the class of 2026 junior prom as presented.
It says 26.
Oh, to approve for, sorry, my bad, for the junior prom.
Do I have this motion?
So moved.
Second.
Questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. 10.13 is the ATI service agreement. Motion is to approve the agreement with ATI for the athletic trainer services as presented. Do I have this motion?
So moved.
Second.
Questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. 10.14 is we're adding a new position as our own athletic trainer. So if anyone knows anyone interested, we are looking for an athletic trainer to hire as a Penn-Delco employee. So it's not an outsourced position anymore. So motion is to approve the creation of one athletic trainer position with salary and benefits in accordance with Act 93 plan. Do we have this motion?
Second.
Questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. 10.15 is the 2024-2025 instructional calendar. Motion is to approve the instructional calendar for 2024 to 2025 school year as presented. Do I have this motion? Questions or comments? All those in favor? Opposed? Motion passes. 10.16 is a roof and wall restoration awards. 10.161 is a motion to accept approval from Garvey Work LLC of Westchester for the roof restoration at Penn-Delco, base bid number 1 in insulation and roof repairs at Northland Middle School and Sun Valley High School. Add alternate, whatever that means, through Omni Partners contract R180903 for the amount not to exceed $789,739 in accordance with all RFP bid specifications, subject to a solicitor's review. 10.16 is also a motion to accept the proposal of Palmer Masonry Restoration of Philadelphia for the wall restoration and skylight work at Pennell Parkside Elementary through Omni Partners contract R180903 for an amount not to exceed $181,900 in accordance with all RFP bid specifications, subject to a solicitor's review. Do I have a motion?
Second.
Questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. 10.17 is the approval of the new curriculum at Sun Valley High School. Motion is to approve the following new curriculum at Sun Valley High School as presented. We're adding 3 AP courses. First one's AP African American Studies, AP Computer Science Principles, and AP Pre-Calculus. Do I have this motion?
Second.
Questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Student Activities Fund. Motion is to request approval to close the following student activities fund as listed below, which is the archery club at Northland Middle School. Do I have this motion?
Second.
Questions or comments? All those in favor? Opposed? Motion passes. Any comments by members of the public? Do we have any trainers in the house? If we know one, we're looking for one. Any comments by members of the board?
I just want to remind our board members, we have the Sun Valley Marching Band will be invited to attend our board meeting next month to recognize them for their state championship that they accomplished. At that time, we'll also invite Jen Jones for her volleyball piece, and I think I'll also reach out to Mr. Tinsley.
Yep.
Then invite him to come back for the appreciation and going away
Bruce.
comments, roasting that I think he wants, actually. I think he actually wants.
He might write his own.
We'll sing him a song.
So I'll reach out tomorrow and take care of that. I'll have that scheduled for February.
So future meetings are Wednesday, February 21st, a study session here at Service Center, and Wednesday, February 28th is our business meeting here at the service. Motion for adjournment?
Second.